Alright, update on DogelonMars. So what the hell has just happened? If we come over to the 4-hourly time frames before we jump into our analysis, look at this. The past 8 hours we've been going up in a straight line. Now this is so ironic that this literally happened as I was going to sleep. So I was asleep and then Elon was like, hey, I'm gonna rally. I woke up, like, this is 10 a.m. in my time, and I never normally make videos at this time, but I turned on my phone, I looked at crypto.com, and what did I see? I saw a notification saying a 10% increase for Elon, a 20% increase, a 30% increase, a 40% increase. And you can see it must have tapped out after 40% because it sent me too many notifications, but we actually hopped up 55% before coming down to a modest 30% increase. So let's talk about it. Let's jump into the daily, then we'll hop into the lower time frames and say what I personally want to see for this. So yesterday we made a video on Elon. We called it DogelonMars bullish momentum shift, and I was talking about these daily squeeze momentum indicators. We completely saw this this reversal coming, but we did not see a straight line to the upside. I thought if anything it'd be something like this, where we gradually just stair step, and Elon has just gone up in a straight line since my last video. So let's talk about it. We've got a huge influx of volume on the daily. And while I will start on the daily, I will show you in the past 8 hours this daily volume has really stepped in. And this is amazing because it's only 10 a.m. where I am. It might be a different time zone for you, but we have another 14 hours to keep on putting in bullish momentum and bullish volume and bullish price action. So this is a great start to the day for Dogelon, in my opinion. Now, like I said yesterday, we were talking about these daily squeeze momentum indicators and what happens when we have these momentum indicator shifts. So let me show you the last time Elon started cooling down. So I'll show you the last time we dipped into a bearish phase, what happened when we went into a bullish phase, and then I'll talk about what we're seeing now and why it's so important. So if we look down here, we turn dark red on the squeeze momentum indicator on the daily on the 27th. Now, that was right here. And what happened is we continued to have this bullish momentum step in until we put in this dark green candle. And by the way, dark red candles are indicative that bears are losing control. Dark green candles are indicative that bulls are losing control. And when we have these control losses, it normally means we shift to the other side and have a momentum shift. So if we look at when we topped out on this chart, drawing to the wick, you can see we had a 48% rally. And if you want to cherry pick the data and draw it to the high, you can say we had a 74% rally, or you could say we had a 104% rally. This is if you're cherry picking the data, but do bear in mind this is what the squeeze mom called. This is where it said it topped out. This is where it said it bottomed out, respectively. So basically a 50% increase if you were trading just on those. Now, what happened once we started topping out in terms of the squeeze mom on the daily here? Well, we carried all the way down until the 18th of April. That was a 30% decrease. Let's zoom in. What's interesting about the 18th of April rather? Well, it was the exact bottom. It called the exact bottom when the bears were losing control. A lot of bulls stepped in and started buying up this dip, which allowed the daily squeeze mom to start flipping to the upside. So once again, let me just remind you what happened the last time this went from dark red in a downtrend. Well, we were around about here and we had a huge momentum shift in the favor of the bulls all the way up to here. So from this high to this low, that is the wrong tool. The last momentum shift yielded about 106% increase. Now, what's happening right now? You can see again the bears are losing control, so we're seeing these dark red candles come in, and that means, like I said in yesterday's video, this is why we titled yesterday's video Elon bullish momentum shift, because the bulls are stepping back in, and you could see this continue for another couple of weeks or so. I mean, if we taper down like this, reset the momentum and push up in the favor of the bulls, it might be ages until the bears step in for their next correction. So I'm really liking what we're seeing in the macro term. I believe in yesterday's video I said I would like to see a break above the 902 region because we have our 618 Fibonacci here and we've taken it out. So there's nothing else to really focus on now apart from the 0.5 Fibonacci, which is the next retracement level, your 618 Fib up here, which I'll talk about in a second, and then your all-time high. So we only have one more price target to solidly take out, and then we're going to be pushing up for extreme values and coming up to test the all-time high. So on the daily, what are we seeing right now? Well, The last time we came into the 200-day, we sliced through it like butter. Sometimes it's been a very well respected key area of resistance / support. The last time we just went through it and had a horrible backtest of it. So this time I would either like to see two things. I would like to see this, where we break above the 200-day, backtest it, and head up above the 0.5 Fibonacci, or respectively, we just pump above the 0.5, backtest it, and keep on moving, basically. So 1169, that is the 0.5 Fibonacci target. That is where I think we're coming to next. And I mean, to be honest, if you look at this on the daily, we were already here earlier. Like, this topped out while I was asleep. I woke up and, you know, we were still in a 30% rally. So if you look, this is another 15% rally. As I said, this is going to be a strong area of resistance to get over. It was resistance here, it was resistance here, it was support here, and it is your 0.5 Fibonacci through all of that. So very important level we need to get above. But don't think because I'm saying we need to get above this level that we're not going to be bullish until we do that. Elon is undeniably bullish right now. If we hop into the lower time frames, you can see bulls have taken control of this uptrend. In the past 8 hours, a huge influx of volume has stepped in, and the 4-hourly EMA ribbons have also fired a long signal. This is so good because you can see the last time we fired a 4-hourly EMA flip, we had a huge rally. The last time before that and the time before that, it was a fake out, but we were still in a macro downtrend at that point. And I'd like to highlight, this was a downtrend with this red line right here that we have now broken out of, back tested twice, and started to head up from. So I'm loving the setup we're seeing right now. Bulls are taking control of the lower time frames. We're completely seeing bulls step in, 4-hourly EMAs flip. I don't want to focus on the 1 hour. I feel like it's kind of degenerative. But nonetheless, the daily, that is the most important thing to focus on. And as you can see, like I said in yesterday's video, we're having this bullish momentum shift. I think we're going to keep on tearing. It's very funny how Elon is up 30% and Shiba Inu and Dogecoin are up. They're not up too much, to be honest. I do cover both of these cryptos separately. If you were looking for analysis on both of those, check out my channel. I do cover them. But yeah, what do I see for next for Elon? Let's wrap up the video, talk about my next price target, talk about what I want to see. So like I said, this is your 0.5 Fibonacci. This is a strong area of resistance. We've crashed into it a few times. You can see we're coming down from it right now. It's going to be hard to get over. Nonetheless, once we do hop over 1167, that's about a 15% increase the last time we measured. You can see the next breakup level, because none of these fibs are too valid in my opinion, or they are valid, but I never trade based on the 0.236 or the 0.38. I sometimes do 0.5, but nonetheless, this is a very euphoric crypto. Once it starts running up, and tearing faces. So I don't think we're going to see much getting in the way of it. I think once we take out this level 1164, which is the 0.5 Fibonacci, we would have an increase up to 1848. That is a 58% increase that we could have on our hands. Now, after we take out that level, we have the previous all-time high. That is a 128% rally. Now, this is a while away, so I'm kind of just doing this for novelty purposes, but you can see 1.618 fib extension target, $244. 4.236, a 700% rally. So I definitely think that could be on the table this year. I am a big fan of Elon. I do think it is going to keep on increasing. I think if you look at the market cap of this, you'll realize it is dirt cheap compared to a lot of other dog coins. And yeah, I'm loving the setup. I'm loving that it's leading the dog coin rally. We've got an exponential amount of volume coming in. We've had a lovely back test of the 786 / this previous resistance flipped as support. Let me mark this green now because this is now a huge area of support for Elon. And the most important thing of all, to wrap up the video, once again, we're continuing with this momentum on this bullish momentum shift. That is all I've got for you today. We're looking very good. Keep your eyes on 1167. That is where we're heading to next. If we manage to take it out, we have about a 50% rally on our hands up to the 618 Fibonacci, and then there is only one level in the way of the all-time high, and that is the all-time high. Once again, none of this is financial advice. Best of luck if you're trading this. Best of luck if you're planning to get in. And yeah, cowboy out. Peace.